So today we're going to be exploring the toes, the feet, the legs, all the way to the pelvic floor, and then kind of connecting all of that. And then doing a little movement. Exciting. So we're going to start with the toes. Start pressing the toes together, pressing the outer edges of the foot together, and then just press the big toe in and then lift it apart or spread that apart. And keep the other toes together. So we're just kind of creating some segmentation of the toes. And then just start to press the feet into each other, and you'll start to feel the legs activate. And you can even take your hands underneath the feet to support your spine, so you're not rounding too much. You can pull the chest up, find that comfortable position. Now in the sit bones, kind of sit back and forth, go forward and back, and just kind of wiggle the spine a little bit, find a good position. So continue to press the feet together and the toes together. And then again, you'll feel the legs start to activate. So now we're gonna press the feet together and squeeze the calves and then relax. Now exhale, press the feet together, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the calves, and then inhale, relax. Now let's squeeze the feet together, the calves, and the hamstrings, so these muscles here. So we're going to keep the hands here, press the feet, squeeze the calves, and try to squeeze the hamstrings and relax. And now exhale, squeeze everything. And you may feel the glutes also engage, but let's try to relax the glutes and just engage the hamstrings and the calves. So I can press my feet together, keep holding, and keep breathing, and then relax. Shake it out. And then we're going to add the glutes. So let's squeeze the glutes first by themselves. So you'll feel the muscles underneath your sit bones kind of lift. You'll feel the sit bones lift up. And squeezing the muscles underneath the sit bones. Squeeze and then relax. Exhale, squeeze. Hold it out for a moment and then inhale, relax. Exhale, squeeze, inhale, and relax. Now let's add all of the legs, everything. So press the feet together, squeeze the calves, the hamstrings, the glutes, and let's press the knees down to the ground as much as we can. So squeeze and then relax. Shake it out. And then we're going to do that again. So we'll, with an exhale, try to squeeze everything you can, pressing the knees down and having the hands underneath you so that you keep your spine straight. And exhale, squeeze, 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 and then inhale, relax. One more, exhale, press the knees down, squeeze those butt cheeks together. Now you can see I can get a little bit more range here. It's okay if you're up here. Just actively press your knees down to the floor, like you're squeezing your butt cheeks together. You're trying to. And then relax. So now we're going to forget all the leg muscles and just focus on the pelvic floor. So you know the difference. So you can see if these muscles are trying to help for what this area should be doing. So you're going to begin to squeeze the muscles that you use to stop your pee, the muscles at the base of the spine, and then slowly relax them. If you can close your eyes for this, or you can watch me use my hand, that's fine too. So exhale, begin to squeeze, inhale, relax. And now without a breath, just give me a few engagements of the pelvic floor, contract in, and then slowly release. And notice if you grab it really fast, or can you gradually engage those muscles and then gradually release them. A few more. And now we'll add the breath. So you're going to exhale, hold, squeeze, and then inhale, slowly release. Exhale. Don't let the legs get involved. Hands can still be propping up the spine. Make sure you're inhaling and relaxing. And a few more on your own. Remember, gradually exhaling, gradually inhaling and releasing. But notice your current pattern. If that's not what you're doing, that's okay. Just a few more reps here with a breath. And now we're going to put everything together. So you're going to exhale and squeeze the legs, press the knees down, squeeze the pelvic floor, lift through the head, lift through the abs, and then relax. Now exhale, just squeeze the pelvic floor. Inhale, release. Exhale, just squeeze the legs. And don't squeeze the pelvic floor. Can you do that? And relax. Now squeeze everything together on an exhale. Squeeze. If you can squeeze the abs, lift through the spine, hold, and then relax. So now we're going to hold that entire engagement, but continue to breathe. So don't hold out the exhale, because we want to be able to hold tension through a couple breath cycles as well. So grab on, shoulders down the back if you can. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, keep the tension. And just close the eyes. Pressing the feet together, squeezing the glutes, pelvic floor, knees to the floor. Lift through the crown of the head, keep holding. Notice what wants to release tension first. And then just relax. So now you're going to place your hands back behind you. Keep the tension in the legs and slowly reach them forward. And then out to the side. And then out to the side again. And make sure you're squeezing the quad. So give a little squeeze to the quad. Point the toe, flex the toe. Let's try pointing on the way back. Lift, point, lift, and then bring it back in to meet. The other foot, lightly pressing the feet together. Again, here, toes flexed. Here, quad engaged. Lift and lift. And then point the toe. And then kind of relax and squeeze the quad, just so you can see if you're actually squeezing it. And then you're going to lift, and then bring it together. And we'll do that 2 more times each side. So flex the toe, extend, squeeze the quad, lift, lift, and then bring it back. Ooh, toe pointed. Here, bring it in. Notice where you lose tension in your leg. You're observing your patterns too, so it may not be perfect, but just try to focus on keeping the tension and not using the torso to lift the leg. You're grounding through the hands. So point the toe, squeeze the quad, lift from the core, lift, bring it together. One more time. Extend, toe towards your shin, squeeze the quad, lift, lift, point the toe, lift, lift. And try to keep this opposite knee down towards the ground. Try not to let it move up too much. Bring it in. Toe towards your shin, press that right knee down, toes towards the shin again, like I said, and squeeze the quad. So here and here, point the toe, squeeze the quad, and bring it together. So the last thing we're going to do is take that right knee, bring it back behind you. This left knee will be on the quad, and you're going to lift up, drive the hips forward, and then come down so you're hovering above the ground, and come forward. You can hold on to the elbows. Inhale, exhale, squeezing the glutes to the top. 2 more. Make sure the core is engaged too. Then hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands back behind you and just lift the hips up. Lift the chest up. Fingers are facing back away from me. And slowly come down. And let's switch to the other side. So bring that foot back to center. Bring the other foot up and back behind you. That left foot is in front, the quad, and you're going to lift up. And back down. And up. Hold on to the elbows. Down, just hover above the ground. Up. Gauge those hips forward. Exhale to come up. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower down. Plant the hands behind you. Lift the hips up. Lift the chest. And slowly come down. Right. So that's a little sequence. You can do that over again a few times if you'd like. And just use these as points of exploration. You know that you can squeeze the quads, the calves, the glutes, press the knees down, and you always have all these points of reference. So play around with exhaling and tensing, holding the tension through a few breath cycles. I don't want you to use these as strict guidelines. I want you to use them as parameters for exploration. So enjoy.